Coming out of turn number 4, Andy Camrath on the inside, Chris Lawrence on the outside, and we are under green. Clean start through 1 and 2. Camrath jumping out to an early lead. Chris Lawrence trying to fend off Brandon McFerrin down the backstretch. McFerrin on the inside. Lawrence up in the high groove as they drag race out of turn number 4 and down the front straightaway. Gary Adrianson in that 55. He's in the 4th spot. It's a 3-car tussle for the 2nd spot. The 8 machine is Reed out of Fort McMurray, Alberta. And a great start to this super stock feature event. 50 laps the distance, 2 laps complete as Pete Shepard battling side by side with his cousin. And he'll get the best of that battle. Lane Zardo in the 36 drops back a couple of positions. Now Pete Shepard in that yellow 88 battling side by side with the 63 of Carson Nagy, the Jukasa Motor Speedway sponsored entry. Whoa, one car way out of shape off of turn 4. Wow, Pete Shepard took evasive action. Still a little bit of contact there. Chris Reed in the 8 went for a long slide out of turn 4. Pete Shepard the 3rd in that bright yellow 88. And you can see some of the cars that aren't handling quite as well. This is a treaded tire they run in the super stock division. So this deep into a run, if a car is a little bit off on the handling, it'll start to become a lot off as these tires get hot. That's Michael Weeda in that 6. It looks like his night's going to end a little prematurely as Andy Camrath still working lap traffic. And Chris Lawrence in the 28 matching him lap for lap. One car slow in 3 and 4. That's Steve Cashmore in the 7. And this is right in front of the race leader. Cashmore slid up the racetrack a little bit. Todd Davenport in the 30 goes to the inside. Wow, Camrath 3 wide to the high side. Way up on the outside of the racetrack. But he is just about out of real estate. They have got the race leader Camrath blocked in, and the 28 of Chris Lawrence closing in from behind. He's about 15 car lengths back, but right now Andy Camrath with nowhere to go out in front. The blue car with bright yellow numbers coming off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. He's going to thread the needle here. Thought about going 3 wide, but that car that he's putting a lap down right now has been running the extreme outside. And they go directly behind the wall, so not looking to make any repairs and get back out or nothing that can be addressed quickly. Of Carson Nagy off of turn number 4. Nagy sideways, smoke off the rear tires of that 63. So that is 14th and 15th. Just ahead of the leader Camrath, and yellow flag flies. Camrath streaks out front. Gary Adrianson takes advantage. And he'll drive up the inside of Chris Lawrence to contend for that 2nd position. Whoa, Reed is slow on the backstretch. They're 4 wide in turn 3. Still bouncing off each other through turn number 4. How did they not crash? Nagy in the 63. He has lost some body work on the right front corner of that race car as he drifts back through the pack, doing a nice job to keep himself out of trouble. Nagy takes his car back to the pits. Looks like a flat right front tire, possibly more damage than that, but it's definitely going to put him out of the running for tonight's show. Side by side through turn 2. I believe that's Colton Everingham on the inside. Up high, Brandon McFerrin in the 31, having a great battle for the 5th spot. Culver, Doucette, Troback, and Zardo all doing battle, and they keep lining up behind them and getting into 2x2 formation. Here comes Pete Shepard, the 3rd, into the mix. Randy Rustnell as well. They are all on the lead lap, and so is the 8 of Chris Reed. Lane Zardo in the 36 holding a pretty wheel up on the high side. He'll work to the outside of Culver as well and roll in on the back bumper of Dave Doucette. Culver really loose. He might have used up the right rear as Randy Rustnell gives Troback a push down the front stretch. Lane Zardo in the 36 has gotten up to that 11th position as things are still kind of crazy behind him. Dave Doucette closing in on his back bumper as the white flag flies for Andy Camrath. Then London Recreational Racing 89C. He'll charge down the back straightaway. One final time through 3 and 4. And it's Andy Camrath taking the Soggy and Shores Transmission 50-lap super stock event. Ladies and gentlemen, he can hear you with a checkered flag in hand. How about a big round of applause for Andy Camrath? You know, the one thing that seemed really challenging in this race is lap traffic. There were cars running so many different speeds, so many different lines. How often did you have to look in the mirror and remind yourself, okay, maybe I can take it a little bit easier?
Well, to be totally honest, I don't run a mirror. Never have ever since I was 9. I just picked my lanes. They let me know how patient I had to be and how patient I didn't have to be. And, you know, when it was go, we went. And when we had to ride, we ride. And it's nice to be able to come out here and do that.
Congratulations on a great run.
Thank you very much. I can't thank everybody. Sean, Chenoweth, Bob, Mike. I wouldn't be able to do these things without these guys. Everywhere we go, we're the fastest car there. Nice to come to the big track here and do the same thing. London Rec, Ben at GM, AM Roofing, my dad, my brother, at Image Wraps, my wife, just my whole crew. It's nice to come out and do this.